We are not the only intelligent beings on this planet. In fact, we are far from it. Using traditional classroom intelligence as the benchmark to measure an animal's brain power, we tend to believe we're the smartest species on Earth, but these types of tests just scratch the surface. For example, we can create sonar technology to track an enemy submarine, however dolphins are born with it. All animals make their own decisions, whether it's instinctual or well thought out, just like us. We have all evolved throughout the years, continued to learn from one another and have formed friendships with each other. You might be reading this with your own intelligent little friend, your dog, by your side. So, while some of the animals on this list have smaller brains than us, or much larger ones, each animal is intelligent and unique in its own way. Here is a list of 10 of the smartest animals on the planet. 1. Chimp. Topping our list of smartest animals is another anthropoid ape, the chimp. The spectacular intellectual skills of this animal have long fascinated humans. Chimps are a unit able to learn language to speak with humans and may keep in mind the name sign for people they need not seen for many years. The same as a number of different animals on this list, chimps also can acknowledge themselves in mirrors and show signs of caring and mourning. But maybe the foremost wonderful feature of the chimp is its ability to use symbols for objects and mix the symbols in an exceedingly sequence to convey a posh plan. Such intellectual gifts are a unit most likely central to maintaining this animal's advanced social teams, wherever they kind sturdy bonds and observe elaborate hierarchical data structure. Researchers from Iowa State University and therefore the University of Cambridge determined chimps within the wild, concerned within the bit-by-bit method of constructing spears to hunt. Chimps are renowned to use tools to crack open barmy and take away termites out of logs. They're capable of advanced problem solving, and that they understand once they've aced a check. Able to be amazed? Here's a video of chimps outperforming humans at a memory task. 2. Dolphin. Dolphins have a sophisticated language that humans are only now beginning to unravel. Have you ever noticed that dolphins and killer whales are the star attraction at most aquariums? It's because they're more intelligent than almost any other creatures on the planet. Dolphins are extremely social creatures. Large schools of dolphins can be observed in the world's ocean surfing, leaping, racing, whistling, spinning, and otherwise enjoying themselves. They also have a sophisticated unknown language, though humans have only begun to reveal it. Like many of the smartest animals on Earth, dolphin females remain with their young for several years, teaching them all the tricks of the dolphin trade. Dolphins use tools in their natural environment and can learn an impressive array of behavioral commands by human trainers. In fact, the U.S. Navy trained bottlenose dolphins to find explosive mines underwater. A dolphin's brain is 4 to 5 times larger than assumed for their body size. They can recognize themselves in a mirror and understand and follow instructions. In addition, they also have sonar built into their DNA. 3. Orangutan. Orangutans are also an animal that have a very distinctive form of communication and strong culture system. They have also been observed using tools to perform certain tasks. They have long been considered as one of the smartest creatures. They share the same DNA as the orangutan, strong family ties, and also account for their cognitive skills. The mothers remain with their offspring for many years, rearing them and teaching many survival skills. It is a sad fact that the orangutans are among the endangered species on our planet, with between 55,000 and 65,000 left in the wild. The fact that the orangutan is such a social animal could be the key to their advanced cognitive skills. The main thing you notice when you see an elephant is their huge size. In any case, as opposed to well-known insight, elephants are something other than blundering Goliaths with enormous ears. Truth be told, elephants are very exquisite, refined, inquisitive, and have great recollections. To such an extent, they can perceive up to 30 family members from their aromas, which is helpful for elephants to monitor each other. They have been known to clean their food and use instruments in different manners in the wild, and they can likewise follow human orders in imprisonment. Elephants are likewise very mindful and compassionate to different individuals from their gathering and to different species, which is viewed as a profoundly progressed type of knowledge. Elephants have the biggest cerebrum among land creatures, multiple times bigger than the human mind, gauging a robust 10.5 pounds, 4.7 kilograms, for a grown-up. Its mind contains 257 billion neurons, which is multiple times more than the normal human cerebrum. Elephants can perceive themselves in mirrors and give indications of sadness over their dead family members. 5. Crow. Crows have been noticed assembling nuts from trees and setting them in the road for passing vehicles to crack open the shells. Going across the road against traffic might be classified jaywalking. However, jays and different members from the crow family understand better than certain people the importance the light will change. Crows living in metropolitan zones in Japan have been noticed assembling nuts from trees and afterward putting them in the road for passing vehicles to open the shells. Then, after waiting patiently for the light to change, they return to the street to retrieve their nutty snack, an impressive example of animal innovation. Crows have shown capacities to make instruments, like bending a piece of wire to make a snare to catch meat. They also seem to understand people or animals who may present danger. One study even contrasted their reasoning power with that of a 7-year-old child. Crows also communicate in elaborate population-specific dialects and play games and pranks on each other. 6. Pig. Despite the reputation for poor hygiene and gluttony, pigs are actually quite intelligent animals. Both wild and domestic species are known for their ability to adapt to a variety of different ecological conditions. Unlike most other animals, pigs and their relatives are omnivores with a diet that sometimes includes bugs and worms. Wherever they have been introduced around the world, pigs tend to outcompete the native species. Though devastating to the native species, this trend is yet another strong indication of pig cleverness. In fact, young piglets can learn to use mirrors to find a path to their hidden food bowl. When researchers placed the food bowl behind a solid barrier, which was only visible in the mirror, 7 out of the 8 pigs found their food. Not only were they able to solve the concept of reflection within 5 hours, but pigs can also understand instructions given to them by humans. There's a reason certain domestic pigs have become a favorite pet in the US. Pigs are as trainable as cats and dogs. 7. Squirrel. Eastern gray squirrels burrow openings, pretend to conceal their food in them and run off to another secret place to stash their food. This animal's dogged persistence and impeccable memory have made it the foe of gardeners throughout its best reach. Most squirrels display an impressive array of strategies and tricks which help them survive, that researchers believe shows an advanced level of cunning and intellect. For starters, these clever creatures are essentially woodland animals that have adapted to living alongside humans, eating out of bird feeders, flower gardens and whatever food might be lying around. If you're a fan of the Ice Age films, you know how important an acorn is for Scrat, the saber-toothed squirrel. Well, it's no different in real life. So much so that eastern gray squirrels dig holes, pretend to hide their food in them and run off to other secret places to stash their food. This is known as deceptive caching, and they do this to confuse potential thieves. Tree squirrels on the other hand, use a technique called spatial chunking to sort their nut pile by size, type, and perhaps nutritional value and taste. This helps them find what they want when they get hungry. They are also able to store and cache food for leaner times, and then find their hidden morsels many months later. 8. Pigeon. Pigeons are abundant in most major cities of North America, however most people think of them as mere pests. But, this pervasive bird is actually quite intelligent. Because pigeons have been the subjects of countless scientific experiments, there is a wealth of knowledge about their intellectual abilities. For example, pigeons can recognize hundreds of images even after several years have passed. They can also identify themselves in a mirror, be taught to perform a sequence of movements and to discriminate between 2 paintings, quite impressive for a common bird. But that's just scratching the surface. There's a reason pigeons were used by governments and militaries around the world. Before technology progressed, these pigeons carried critical messages back and forth behind enemy lines during both world wars. And other pigeons, equipped with tiny cameras, flew over enemy territories to gather information. So, don't be fooled by your neighborhood pigeon pecking at the ground. This animal doesn't have a bird brain, it's a brainy bird.
9. Octopus. Number 9 in our list is the octopus, one of the smartest creatures in the sea. This animal is still poorly understood, but scientists are constantly discovering new and impressive abilities. Octopuses play, solve problems, navigate through mazes and have respectable short-term memories. But how is an animal that belongs to the same class as the snail capable of such clever feats? It may be that the combination of strength, agility, curiosity and a lot of brainpower sets the octopus apart from its soft-bodied brethren. An octopus brain is proportionally as large as some mammals' brains, but it displays a high level of organization, which helps it catch its prey and avoid predators. However, its shape-shifting and camouflage abilities reveal only a fraction of this remarkable creature's brainpower. Although its nervous system includes a central brain, 3/5 of the octopus's nerves are distributed throughout its 8 arms which serve as 8 mini brains. Well, no wonder it's so smart. A video captured an octopus pulling 2 halves of a coconut shell, which it later uses as shelter. The intelligent animal knows the shells will come in handy at a future date. Octopuses show the same smarts when brought into science labs. Researchers confirmed that octopuses could recognize individual humans despite their wearing identical uniforms. In fact, the animals behave differently around the person who fed them and the person who touched them with a grizzly stick, something we humans would definitely do.
Dead rat. Number 10 in the countdown is the rat, a highly intelligent yet much maligned animal in Western cultures. But in Chinese culture, the rat is well regarded for its cunning and resourcefulness, and for good reason. It has successfully colonized every continent on Earth except for Antarctica. And if history is any indication, they'll be there too soon enough. Widely used in research, the lab rat has been known to find shortcuts, loopholes and escape routes in the laboratory experiments designed by the top scientific minds of our time. In fact, highly trained rats have saved thousands of lives by detecting tuberculosis, TB, in humans and sniffing out landmines around the world. Rats trained at a Tanzania-based non-profit organization APOPO, which stands for Anti-Persoonsmijnen Ontmijnen Product Ontwikkeling, in Dutch and Anti-Personnel Landmines Detection Product Development in English, have detected 18,300 cases of TB and destroyed 108,736 landmines and unexploded ordnances. It takes a rat 30 minutes to check the area of a tennis court for mines, a task that could take a human 4 days with a metal detector, APOPO says. And it can check 100 sputum samples for TB in under 20 minutes, while a lab technician might take up to 4 days using conventional tests. If that wasn't impressive enough, rats can also learn to play hide and seek.